What's going on, folks? Long pause. I'm sorry. TNA, and this will probably be the last video you would ever see me post about TNA, even though I don't really post any TNA videos to begin with. I mean, this last night was newsworthy. It was just bad beyond comparison. I don't know what to say about it. Um, I saw the replay of Victory Road, and there wasn't a horrible match throughout that whole card. I mean, Ultimate X, my opinion, stole the show. Ultimate X is, Kazarian, Generation Me, and Robbie E. I mean, Kazarian just, Kazarian was just being Kazarian. You can't get any better than that. That match just off the page, and I think it's been a while since I've seen Kazarian do the flux capacitor. But, it was just crazy. That match was nuts. But the video, the main event. Let's just go straight to it. The main event, no more than 2 minutes probably, and it was wow. If you thought TNA was bad now, this just took the cake. Number one, to let Jeff Hardy go in the ring in the condition that he was in, you could see him stumbling off the ramp. The long wait for him to get out of that entrance. It was no more than like what, 20, 30 seconds before he actually got out, made his way up the stairs and go down the ramp, and just stumbling, man. Just stumbling. It was bad. I feel sorry for the man. But it's mostly TNA's fault for not changing it up. TNA knew that Jeff Hardy was in that condition. Why didn't they change it to a triple threat match between Sting, RVD, and Anderson? I know after the double count out, it's still going to be triple threat anyway at Lockdown. But still, you could have did that and then had a rematch at Lockdown. But the situation that happened last night was just insane. You're looking at Jeff Hardy, who's gone through so many trials and tribulations in his life, and he just, I don't know if he's trying to stay clean now. If that's even a purpose that he has in his life to do. By the time Sting made his appearance, by the time Sting made his entrance, you could see Brian Hebner put this. Like right off, almost he went off camera, but he did this. That's like when a wrestler is not able to compete in any way, shape, or form. So he threw that up. And he walked over to SoCal Val in the wide shot. If you could see it correctly. You see it? He's telling SoCal Val, and then he had the earpiece on, and that had to be, somebody up there, or Bischoff, or somebody in creative saying something, telling it to, Brian Hebner's ear, and then Brian Hebner told SoCal Val something, and then SoCal Val just went out of picture. I think that was a way, to tell Bischoff to get your ass here right now and change something. I don't know if they changed it backstage or on the fly, but clearly Bischoff told Hardy off camera with the mic away, with the mic to his back, saying something, probably to the words of lay down, or you have to make this work, something around that lines. I know the lips. What Bischoff said after he walked away from Hardy towards Sting, he said, "Lay down." That's as I don't know if that's really clear. Yeah, I swear I read the words "lay down" off of Bischoff's lips, and he also talked to Sting off mic. Put the mic to his back, and then you know probably to the extent of we gotta end this quick. We gotta end this quick. Um, and clearly throughout the whole those 2 minutes, Hardy was pantering to the crowd, trying to throw a shirt, getting the idea in his head that he has to lay down, and that's why he was killing so much time that he did. But he was on something, folks. I don't know what he was on. He must have been drunk or something. He was on something, and that behavior was just, and I'm a Jeff Hardy fan. I'm not knocking the guy's talent. He's a talented motherfucker. You know, Jeff Hardy is one of my favorites. Is, I don't know. But so many problems is just too much to bear, you know? And everybody's saying that Jeff Hardy is to blame for this. I think mostly it's TNA creative for not changing the main event, for letting that match stay the same way. And Sting, the look on Sting's face was priceless. You knew he was pissed off. You knew that it was just bad. It was just bad, It's a bad situation all around, Sting didn't even look like he celebrated a title win. Sting looked like a man that was disappointed for his son, coming home drunk or something. Because that's the look on Sting's face that you saw during that. And when he walked up the ramp, you heard the fan yell, "This is bullshit," and Sting is like, I agree. So much, and the pay-per-view was so solid up to that point. This pay-per-view was so fucking solid up to that point. Now, what I've been reading, and you don't take a lot out of this, but read that TNA officials have sent Jeff Hardy home for the week. Now, TNA is doing 3 Impact tapings for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That means Hardy will not be in any Impact show for the next 3 weeks. Is TNA gonna let Hardy go? I have no idea. It's so bad to this point that you have to let him go. I don't know what the clear story is, but it's come to a point that you couldn't trust Jeff Hardy. You can't trust Jeff Hardy now. I mean, a high-profile pay-per-view, Sting versus Hardy. One-on-one, like in a pay-per-view. Never thought that would happen. Now, now it probably won't happen again. Who knows? But TNA has dug themselves deeper than they have been, And not to mention, I know this is old news, but the ripping off of the 22111, Bischoff said that wasn't, he's not involved in that, and he didn't want to go into further detail as into why TNA ripped that idea off. But I don't know, TNA, that's just bad. I mean, You're going against WWE as your competition. Right now, not even right now, fucking probably last night while the pay-per-view was live, you know, in some disclosed area, Vince saw it and shook his head in disbelief and shook his head in disappointment. It's like I gave this guy a title reign, but you know this is what it's come to. He's gonna it's like this is why all that happened. Like I said, I'm not knocking Jeff Hardy as a talent, you know, but I think Jeff Hardy the person is more complex than the Jeff Hardy we're seeing on TV, that we've been seeing on TV for 15 years. You know, he is one of the most complex figures in the industry. You know, but you can't say you can't say that. I don't know. I don't know if you can say that right now. Jeff Hardy's this generation Scott Hall. Time will tell. I don't know, but that was just beyond all disappointing, and I don't know what else to say about that. I'm like done with this subject. If I get any more news referring to this, I'll let you guys know. But I'm done with it. I'm just done. I'm done with TNA. I'm done with this Hardy issue. You know, and the fact. And one more thing to mention out before I head out. Matt Hardy put on a hell of a match with AJ Styles last night. And to have this situation with his brother overshadow that is just bad. It's pathetic. You know? Alright. I'm out. I'm done. Got nothing else to say.